Hello, everyone. What if I told you that Minho, the man who has won over millions of hearts worldwide, has said something so daring about marriage that it has left admirers completely stunned? You heard me correctly? Minho shocked everyone with a declaration that is causing a surge of speculation, excitement, and yes, even tears of joy from his followers, just when we thought things couldn't get much more interesting with the recent flurry of speculations and announcements. Sit back, unwind, and let's explore the tale that is making news in Asia and beyond if you share my curiosity. Hold on tight, because this is going to be an emotional ride. It all began a few weeks ago when online rumors about Minho's potential wedding began to circulate. While some suggested that a formal announcement was imminent, others asserted that it was merely conjecture. Then, suddenly, bang, there was news. According to several media sources, Minho's agency was getting ready to make a significant statement about his personal life. Already fans were holding their breath wondering, is this it? Is Minho getting married at last? The declaration then fell. It was formally announced by Minho's agency that he was getting ready for a wedding. The problem is that, even while they acknowledged the wedding was taking place, they were extremely secretive about the identity of the lucky recipient. Now, if you're like the majority of fans, Hye Kyo was most likely the only name that came to mind. After all, there have been months of circulating rumors about their intimate relationship. Some people even assert that it has been developing for years because of the heartfelt social media postings, covert meetings, and matching jewelry. However, until recently, no one had made any specific statements. Minho was the center of attention once the wedding confirmation was made public. How would he respond? Would he at last share his thoughts, intentions, and future? Everyone was surprised by what transpired next. Reporters couldn't resist asking the question that was on everyone's mind during a news conference for his most recent endorsement. A courageous reporter inquired, "Minho, is there anything you'd like to share with your fans about this significant moment in your life now that your agency has confirmed the wedding?" "Marriage is more than just a promise between two people," stated Minho, grinning and inhaling deeply. "It's a pledge to share a life, to support one another through everything. I feel like I'm ready at this stage of my life. I no longer hesitate to express it. Now is my moment. Did you notice that? I no longer hesitate to say it." That was instantly understood by fans as Minho choosing to live his truth in public after years of secrecy. Without skipping a beat, he continued with an even more unexpected statement. "She understands me as a person as well as an actor. After completing our individual journeys, we are now prepared to embark on a new one together." The crowd was electrifying. At this point, but reporters were virtually stumbling to get the next question in. Online fans' speculation was exploding. She. Everyone was curious about she. Even though Minho didn't name Hye Kyo at the time, supporters think it was obvious that he was referring to her. This is the reason. Hye Kyo shared a photo of two entwined hands on her Instagram account with the comment, "Together, always," just hours prior to that press conference. It was understated, sophisticated, and incredibly romantic. And you know what? The man's wristwatch in the picture bore a striking resemblance to one that Minho has frequently been spotted sporting in public. Is it a coincidence? Fans don't believe that. As if that weren't enough, Minho thanked his supporters for their support in a special live broadcast later that day. The question, "What kind of wedding would you like to have?" was posed about the halfway point. "A straightforward one surrounded by people we love," he responded without hesitation. "We have previously discussed maintaining intimacy and concentrating on the individuals who are most important. We've already talked about what? That was a serious mistake, or perhaps it was intentional. In any case, it made fans go into full detective mode. I feel like he's been waiting his whole life for this moment," an admirer wrote. "Minho and Hye Kyo are endgame," another person wrote. "This is how fate is unfolding before us." Hashtags like Damuam Wedding, Minho engaged, and Hye Kyo Bride immediately swamped social media sites like Instagram, Weibo, and Twitter. However, things improve. Lee Minho was seen looking for a home in a posh area of Seoul a few days following the news conference. According to real estate sources, he was searching for a family house that was both opulent and secluded. Supporters conjectured that this was the home he and his future bride would share, not merely an investment. Then the ring appeared. Lee Minho was spotted sporting a simple, elegant band on his ring finger at a recent charity event. Although he has never been a fan of gaudy jewelry, this ring really caught his attention. A promise ring, according to some, is a precursor to an official wedding band. Let's go back to his audacious marriage declaration. The fact that Lee Minho no longer avoided the subject is what gives it its potency. His personal life has been kept secret for years, with interviews being the only times it is revealed. However, he now owns it. There comes a time when you stop worrying about public opinion and start focusing on your happiness, he even stated during his live broadcast. Many individuals, including fans, co-stars, and even internet users who had long questioned if Lee Minho would ever talk about love and marriage, found that to be poignant. The actual wedding date is yet unknown. It's happening in the fall, according to some accounts, and early next year, according to others. We are aware that the preparations have already started. According to reliable sources, the bride's family has previously met with Lee Minho's family. We're watching a union between two of Korea's top stars, literally an ideal couple. If that bride is Hye Kyo. Consider this. They both overcame scandals, breakups, and adversity to have amazing careers. Despite repeatedly reinventing themselves, they have maintained their superiority. These two are deserving of happiness more than anyone else. Not everyone is on board, of course. Traditional admirers in particular continue to hope that Lee Minho would stay unmarried and committed to his career. To be honest, though, the majority of supporters are simply overjoyed that he is content. Fun fact, Seoul wedding planners are already seeing a spike in demand for nuptials with themes inspired by Lee Minho and Hye Kyo's alleged plans. It seems as though Minho wedding fever has formally gone viral, down to the color palettes and floral arrangements. I'd like to hear from you now. How do you feel about Lee Minho's audacious declaration about marriage? Do you believe that an official announcement about the wedding will be made in the coming days? Do you think there is still more to this narrative that we don't yet know? Or do you think Hye Kyo is the one? Please share your opinions in the comments section below. Let's have an honest discussion on Lee Minho's current circumstances. And if you share my Minho Nation affiliation, let's work together to make this lovely love tale a reality. For the most recent information on Lee Minho, Hye Kyo, and all of your favorite Korean celebrities, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like this video if you liked the in-depth analysis. Hit the notification bell so you'll never miss a single moment of this fascinating narrative. Stay inquisitive and optimistic till the next time. You never know, the next video might be their wedding invitation. I appreciate you viewing, and I hope to see you in the future one.